Hello and welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. I'm Rod, hanging out. And I am starting a contest. Yes, I know the contest. I know there's a few going on in the VC right now. But I thought I'd do my own. And this is for hitting 100 subs. I know 100 subs is just a drop in the bucket compared to some people. I mean, it really is. But I'm shocked that I made it that far. So to show my appreciation, I got together some albums that I think are pretty decent albums. I won't show all of them, but there's stuff like Sammy Hagar, REO Speedwagon, The Rolling Stones, Supertramp, some decent albums I'm going to give out. And I'm going to do it. It's going to be your 5 best, or not even best, but 5 concerts. Your members of 5 concerts, starting off with the best concert you've ever seen. If you could narrow it down to one, for me it'd be almost impossible to, because I've seen the Stones, the Who twice, the Dead, Paul McCartney. But I went with Paul McCartney. 4th of July in the nation's capital at RFK Stadium, and that's part of the reason it was so special. It's July 4th. It's a beautiful evening. Paul McCartney's playing. There's a firework display midway through the performance. He sang "Happy Birthday to You" to America. A great show. So I'm going to say it's my number 1 concert that I've seen. Though second is really, really close. It could be the Who, the Stones, Prince, the Dead. It could be so many people. But I picked that one. Most disappointing, and I don't want you to dog out an artist unless you want to. Most disappointed could be for any reason. Like for me, I saw B.B. King, and we left halfway through the show. The guy who was my ride, he had a little too much to drink. Yada, yada, yada. We were asked to leave the show, or he was. I could have stayed, but I would have had to hitchhike home. So that's my most disappointing one, was not getting to see the full show of B.B. King. And the next question is, what band did you travel the furthest to see? For me, it's the Grateful Dead. From Washington, D.C. to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, we wanted to see this show so bad, and it was really worth it. It wasn't that far of a drive, a couple hours. It wasn't like we went halfway across the country. But that's the furthest I drove for one single show, the Grateful Dead. Somebody who's not in your realm of music that you normally listen to. I could have picked 2 artists. I could have picked Kiss, who I saw when I was like 17. A friend of mine took me to see him. He really wanted me to go. Wasn't really into them. They were loud. They were okay, but that's about it. Prince, though, is the number 1 spot for something out of my box, and they put on a great show, one of the best shows I've ever seen in my entire life. My friend Steve Fisher had an extra ticket. It was the tour right after Purple Rain. Incredible show. It was artistic. It was almost like singing a play, and so I'm really glad I stepped outside my box. I still listen to Prince to this day. But I opened my horizons, and I went to see someone that I normally wouldn't see. Your first concert, if you don't have ticket stubs, that's okay. I maybe got about 10 or 15 ticket stubs left. If you don't have a ticket stub, that's fine. Or if you don't have an album or a CD, that's fine too. But my first concert was Aerosmith. Young, 14 years old, Capitol Center, Landover, Maryland. And my last concert was Alice Cooper, about 3 or 4 years ago. Yeah, it's been a minute since we've seen anybody. But Alice Cooper was my last concert. Now for a bonus concert, what artist have you seen the most times? For me, it's Johnny Winter. I must have seen him maybe 10 times. Johnny Winter, legendary slide guitar player. So that's the bonus question. I'll go over the questions again. Best concert, most disappointing, someone that's not your typical artists that you would listen to outside the box, the furthest that you drove, first concert, last concert, and song that you've seen the most. So that's a total of 7 questions. 7th one is optional. And again, you don't have to necessarily show an album by those guys if you don't have one. But if you do, that'd be great. Now what I'm going to give away is, I got an extra copy of this Rolling Stones, Alan Parsons REO Speedwagon 38 Special Supertramp Sammy Hagar, and I've got 2 12-inch singles, one by Korn. I forget who the other one's by, but they're on colored vinyl. The Korn is like yellow vinyl, and I'm going to throw those in the package. And I'm going to break them up between the 2 people that I pick. And I'll pick randomly. Everyone who enters the contest, I'll put your name in a hat. And I'll pull out 2 names. I'll let the first person pick the album they want, then the second person, then the first, then the second. Or maybe just let the first person pick, the 4 that they want, and second place gets what's left over. Anyway, I let this contest go. I'm thinking, what is today's date, man? 16th. Probably till the 5th of February. 2/5, I will pick 2 winners at random. Only rules, you got to sub to my channel and do a video entry. And let me know in the comments below when you make a video. That way I can keep track. So do a video entry, be a subscriber. Even if you're a new one, that's cool. I mean, it don't matter, right? But have fun with it, guys, and peace.